Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this is a beautiful, almost euphoric Three of Cups. This is really, this is jubilant, right? This is a big celebration. This is really a good feeling of love, of connection, of intimacy, of appreciation, of bonding with people, yeah? Let's see what this is all about. Let's put it into some context. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. There's some good stuff going on in your life, but you're trying to find the trouble, right? You're almost like looking for the red flags. Here we've got some Chariot energy. We've got an Ace of Wands. We've got the Death card. Okay, well, that's all right. We've got a Princess of Cups. Now, I feel like there is a younger female energy in your life somewhere. We got a Five of Wands, Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles, okay, and the Prince of Pentacles, the Builder. You really are making choices to improve your life. You see, we've got now, this is really cool, fire, fire, earth and earth, fire to earth. You're really focused on manifesting, okay? But I think that there is a new situation in your life, or there is an emotional situation maybe involving a younger female energy. And it's almost like this emotional, intimate situation, more personal, right? It's almost like you want to find something wrong with this so you can get rid of it and focus on fire to earth, manifesting, right? Building. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. I guess that's the one. We're going to put it over here. We'll put Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card, Gemini, not till the very end. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Yeah. All right, let's take a look around the room here because we've got these two major arcana energies and they're kind of in opposition, right? This is, you know, do I stick in my obligations? Am I bound to this commitment? And is it the right thing for me to stay here? Or is it okay for me to kind of cut my way through this jungle and forge ahead and maybe cut ties with someone or just go my own way? Or shed this situation here? Or are you kind of cemented into this situation and you're stuck, right? So I feel like you're kind of you've got this opposition in you. Big surprise there, Gemini. I also, Spirit's telling me to mention the person that has the issue with fish. Maybe somebody doesn't like fish or they're allergic to fish or something like that. Sometimes these details come through. They pop into my consciousness as a way, I think, of validating the energy that we're talking about and confirming some of these things and maybe synchronizing with you a little bit. Okay. But let's continue on. We're talking about the major arcana. We've got our fire energy. We've got our water energy, and the water energy kind of seems like it's interrupting the flow of the fire, right? Because you're in this fire energy, then bang, we hit water. Even this is water. This is water. So it's like you were kind of going along your merry way, focusing on your aspirations, focusing on your ambitions, focusing on your life, your consciousness, your path forward, your trajectory, and then bang, we get interrupted by this water. And it's kind of like what we really want to do is get back to our fire, because the fire is the will, the creativity, the inspiration, right? The idea. It is the impulse to manifest. It's fire to earth. I always talk about that, fire to earth. It's that spiritual electrical circuit, right? Going from source to earth, to manifestation, implementation, impulse to behavior, heaven to earth, above to below, right? The internal impulse and the external implementation or behavior associated with that, right? What usually impedes that process of creation? Human stuff, right? Human life, our personalities, our thinking, or in this case, our feeling, right? The heart and the mind is the resistor that slows down the impulse to behavior electrical circuit of creation, for better or for worse. All right, sometimes it's a good thing that we have this human personality to kind of stop every impulse from manifesting as behavior, right? Sometimes this can interfere. Sometimes the water and the air, the thinking and feeling, can interfere with our process of creation, right? The fire impulse here, and it began here. This is the original idea, the impulse. This is what you set out to do, maybe a year or more ago. And now we're being slowed down by this watery situation, which might have something to do with this younger female energy in your life, okay? And to me, it kind of feels like you almost feel like you're in the belly of the beast right here, that you're just kind of in an impossible situation, that you were trying to go your own way. You were trying to you wanted to flow straight. I mean, you can't even see it all. This fire manifesting in this earth energy. You had plans. You had these ideas and inspirations and all this force and power behind you, and then we get kind of slowed down by the water. And with the Three of Cups here, it feels like it's a family thing. It feels like there is this younger female energy that is, maybe they have some sort of needs or some sort of demands, or maybe they're just kind of, they're taking a lot of your attention. See, the Ace of Wands is our it is our consciousness, our awareness. This is our attention, okay? And this is unmanifest, right? This might as well be a 0, right? It's not differentiated yet. This is our ability to focus our attention and to concentrate, but on what, right? Well, ideally on more fire energy, on taking action in the world and sticking to our path and our principles and our beliefs and putting everything we have into making these positive changes and building the kind of life that we want. But I think your attention is being pulled away into this family issue, this water energy. Yeah. It's kind of unexpected. This isn't what you were planning, right? So now we see the Eight of Swords here, and I feel as if you're trying to find a way out. But there's some obligation in this, okay? There's some sort of an obligation. I don't know if this is someone you're responsible for, or somebody that has now you have some sort of a commitment to this person, or if maybe they're a niece, maybe it's a daughter, maybe it's a younger sibling, maybe it's just a friend's child or something like that. But I feel like there's this unexpected responsibility now. Yeah. And we're trying to find a way, really, with the Eight of Swords. We're just confused about what to do, And I don't want to speculate on who this person is or why they're in your life. There is this kind of emotional tie to them. There is this sense of they are dependent on you in some way. Okay. Spirit's also telling me to mention something about the stomach or the intestines. If somebody had surgery or abdominal surgery or something like that, maybe like a perforated bowel or something like that took place. I don't know. Maybe you're taking care of somebody that that had a medical issue, right? And that kind of interrupted your trajectory in life, something along those lines, maybe. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing. I'm not predicting any kind of medical situation. If that is resonating, it's something that you already have gone through or something that you're currently going through. I don't think I'm telling you anything new. Okay. But the Eight of Swords, we're kind of confused about what this means, about what we're supposed to do. And I really feel like this is the idea of, do we stop what we're doing and do we sacrifice everything and commit to this new responsibility, or is there something else for us? Is the Death card here supposed to represent that we are that we're transforming in what we thought our desires, what we thought our will was, our expectations for our life, are those now just kind of being transformed by the universe, right? It's almost out of our hands in some way, right? So the Death card there is kind of this, it's a difficult, again, it's kind of the belly of the beast. We're not really sure how to get out of this. Is this somewhere that we're supposed to be for right now? Does it mean that our plans, that our will, our goals, our life is put on hold? Are we obligated for this other person? Is it something that you can kind of blend together, right? Because I feel like there's this boxing in now, especially with this Chariot energy. I'm seeing like a fence, right? I'm seeing that we're kind of now in this limited area, right? That we have to kind of stay close to this energy, that we have now a limitation on what we can do, where we can go, how we can move in our lives because of this unexpected situation. But the thing about fences is that they're temporary. It's not a wall, right? It's a fence. It can be taken down at some point, right? So I feel like this is a temporary situation for you, but I feel like it is really causing some confusion. There might be a lot of like bickering, a lot of a lot of discussions that don't really get resolved, right? A lot of debates, a lot of just kind of fighting, just because there's a frustration going on, right? There's there's an interruption of the flow of the energy here by a lot of this water stuff. Now, at the beginning of the reading, I said that this Three of Cups was a celebration. It was a moment of jubilee, right? That it was a good, positive feeling. And I still feel that way. I still think that this is truly a blessing, but it's at the same time. Now, you can have mixed feelings about things, right? As much as this is a celebration, because perhaps this person now is recovering from their injury or illness, that it is a blessing that you are being given this responsibility and this opportunity in life. If it is kind of if you're taking care of someone or whatever this is, it is a reason to celebrate. There is this kind of love in the room. But at the same time, there is still now a confusion about what this means for your life. Does that make sense? So we can have mixed feelings about things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Now, it's kind of, with the Chariot card, I'm also getting this kind of feeling that we can't always get what we want. Sometimes we have to accept the unexpected as part of our path. That if things were so predictable, if there were never any interruptions, if there were never any surprises, then I don't think we'd be living an authentic life, right? But this card is kind of telling me that there is this obligation now, and we have to kind of allow our plans for life to change, to transform. We have to let go of, with this death card, we have to let go of what we thought was going to be a very straightforward path in life. Okay? Very straightforward path. So now what? Right, now what? Let's move over to the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Okay? I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. All right, so the Five of Wands. Now this is kind of what our general energy is. This is the path that we want to fulfill in life. And I think that if we look at this situation a certain way, we can see that it doesn't have to be either or. It's not that we either abandon this responsibility so we can live our lives, or that we completely just throw our lives away and commit to this. I think there is a way to to allow our expectations and our plans to change and transform. But we kind of have to adapt on the fly, right? And I feel like that's what the Five of Wands is. This is us adapting our energy to the current circumstances. Things weren't what you expected. Now, maybe there isn't this younger female energy I don't think everyone that's watching has the exact same situation. But it's something like this. Some sort of unexpected emotional situation has kind of uprooted your plans, right? Has presented a necessity for you to adapt your energy. And that's really what the Five of Wands is all about. This is Saturn in Leo. This is your ability to restrain your ambitions, your energy. This is you able to control your attention and your will. And this, remember we started with this fire, right? This was your inspiration, this was your plan, this was your focus. So now we're able to kind of to readapt. And we're still able to pursue our goals. So it's not this either or. It's not a black and white situation where you have to either follow your dreams or throw them out the window. It doesn't have to be that way, right? The Three of Wands here, this is your integrity. This is your character. This is your virtue. This is your impulse, your beliefs, and your values that are keeping you on your path. And this is you having the strength of character to accept that this is part of your path. You maybe thought your life was going to be this, just fire and earth, boom. You had this straight shot to success, straight shot to the life that you wanted. You weren't expecting the interruption, but you accept that that's part of your path. And now we have to do what's right. We have to do what's right for ourselves. You don't want to go against your principles and your value, which I think are in some way related to this family situation. Okay, we got the Three of Cups, Three of Wands. So there is this understanding of what is important to you. And you can have two objectives in life. You can have, you can hold two opposing views at the same time and find a way to reconcile those opposites, right? At the same time, you want to focus on your life. You don't want to have any distractions, any interruptions. You want to focus on what you're building for your life. At the same time, you also feel this obligation, this responsibility, and this is also something that you feel very strongly about. That you feel that your life, your stuff doesn't matter, and you need to focus on this situation. Now, you can believe both things. Yeah. And that, to me, really is the fire and the water, right? The water is the family. The fire here is your selfish need to, and I say selfish not in a bad way. It's self-possession. It's self-direction, right? It's knowing who we are and what we're about and what our life what our life is aiming toward, I guess, right? So we can hold fire and water in our hands at the same time. Okay? And now sometimes when these two different commitments clash, we get the air, obviously, right? Fire and water makes a little bit of steam. We get the confusion, we get the air, we get the frustration, we get the bickering, right? We get the overthinking. We get the kind of mental chaos sometimes. But that is something that we have to reconcile. Okay? And I think the first step in that is accepting that our plans have changed now. And that's okay. We can let go of what we thought our life was supposed to be and accept our life now for what it is. So this Two of Pentacles here, this is the hard part. And this is accepting that, the life isn't going to be exactly how you had it planned. We have to accept it as it is right now in this moment. And that shift in attitude is going to allow you to hold fire and water together in your hands and not create the steam and the chaos and the frustration, right? To be able to combine them together into one kind of whole picture, right? Into forward momentum. And really, some of this issue could be for some of us when we have these plans in life and then suddenly we fall in love. Suddenly we have a family is started, right? These kinds of things that we really want, but at the same time, they've now caused a shift in our obligations, a shift in our priorities, a shift in our plans, right? We want them both at the same time. So the Two of Pentacles, I think, is very important. And this is us really accepting the shifts as they come, accepting life for its ups and downs, for the changes, for all of the volatility of life, all of the uncertainty. We're accepting it as it is right now. And that's going to allow us to continue on this path of fire to earth. We're still going to be building this amazing life. And this is the commitment to building your life, and this is not going away. You're making progress. It just looks different. There are different people with you. And perhaps the final picture is going to look a little bit different. But you're not losing the commitment to your life, to your progress, to your success. This really could be the difference between having a love life or a family and having your career. That sort of thing, right? Take it how it resonates. But we're still making progress. Okay? We're still committed to building this life. Now, I want to look at the mystery card. That's going to tie everything together. That's going to be the icing on the cake, this one. I would like to see maybe the Empress. Or I'd like to see perhaps the Six of Swords to show the heart and the mind reconciled together, unified, right? Acting as the perfect conduit, the perfect conductive substance for this fire to earth spiritual circuit of creation. Yeah. That now this water energy and this air energy that we see right here in the middle is not slowing down our process of creation, but now we've harmonized it in such a way that it's acting as water should, as a perfect conductor of electricity, right? But focused. Insulated, right? So that it's channeled in that direction. So maybe a Six of Swords here. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. Four of Cups. Yeah. Four of Cups. To me, the Four of Cups is the resistance still in this water energy. The water is acting as this resistance, and it's kind of there's this need for acceptance. There's this need for us to accept the situation as it is. And, we feel a certain way about it, and that's okay. We have to honor how we feel. But we can't let this water energy, this situation, the feelings and our thoughts about it, to slow down our progress. We just have to adapt. So we have to be willing to accept that cup. We're stubborn. We're just, no, I don't like this. It's not what I wanted. Doesn't matter. I hate to break it to you. This is what the universe has for you. You accept it. You adapt with it. And you allow it to harmonize so that it can conduct this spiritual current of creation. Okay? Easier said than done, I know. But we're going to do an extended reading as well. And I think you should stick around for that. Click on the link that's either up in the corner or there's one down below in the video description. New readings for Gemini every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. But I'm here every day. Just come on back tomorrow. We'll talk again. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.